Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How are you doing this morning? I'm so glad you are here joining me. Just two men, a little bit older, going through the journey of life. Very early in the morning here, and whether you're watching me very early in the morning, I'm on the West Coast. It's 3 a.m. on this Monday morning. It could be a little bit later. It could be afternoon, could be evening, wherever you are in the world. It really doesn't matter. It's that we're spending this time, our daily habit, our daily ritual, our daily discipline, just to check in and get our minds right to start off the day. Hopefully you went to bed, waking up this morning with a plan, something that's going to put you ahead, that one thing that's going to put you ahead, at least that one thing. You woke up this morning with your game face on. I want to help you do that. I want to help you just you and me, just get to know each other just a little bit every single day through this morning connection. I want to spend this time with doing this short video today, our short connection. I want to talk about your resources. There's something when you spend enough time talking to me, something that's very important to me, and something I talk about a lot with my one-on-one coaching clients. First we got to have this big vision of whatever it is we want in our lives, right? Yeah, and that takes a lot of courage. A lot of us, we failed in the past. We have our bouts with confidence. Can we do that big thing? And it takes a lot of courage to have that imagination, that something that may put us ahead of the pack of the people we spend most of our time with, right? That takes a lot of courage, takes a lot of imagination. We're special just, by having that, right? And if you're watching this type of personal development, this morning connection, I'm sure you have a lot of that, and there's always this higher level, right? It's just like working out. You can get better and better and better at it. And so that's great. That puts you ahead. Then it's about doing it. It's about believing in yourself. It's about being mentally and emotionally flexible, resourceful, gritty to keep on keeping on, because you're going to get knocked down 9 times. You got to get back up. It's just the way it goes for all of us, right? Sometimes we think there's something wrong with us. Are we defective? Are we broken? Am I not smart enough? Why aren't I getting this? Is it ever going to happen? Especially if we're a little bit older, right? You want those big dreams. Getting older, sometimes we look at ourselves and say, you know what, if this was meant to be, if I had the right stuff, wouldn't I have gotten it earlier in my life, maybe in my 20s or my 30s, right? Maybe you've seen men who have achieved a lot at younger ages, and you're wondering if you can do it, right? And that's just the battle that we all go through, right, to some extent, right? So then you go through all that, and then it's coming up with a plan, right? Especially if you're an entrepreneur, right? If you're an entrepreneur, one thing is you don't get rewarded just because you've got good intentions, that you have this dream, you have this vision. You don't get rewarded just because you're smart and you're talented. You don't get rewarded by how long you've been doing it or how hard you've been working. You only get rewarded if it happens to provide value for other people. And the more value, the more you get rewarded. It's not based on anything else but the value you provide for other people. And that's the best thing about being an entrepreneur, because you can work really hard and then it could just flow easily, where you're just in your groove, doing what you love to do, providing value for other people. They're loving it, and it just seems effortless. And that's the bullseye for a lot of us entrepreneurs. At the same time, you could do, quote unquote, everything you set out to do it right, execute it perfectly, and it's okay. Maybe make you feel good, but it's not producing for anybody at any big level, and your dreams aren't going to come true. You get paid with what you produce. Now, one thing about it, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, whether you have a real safe, secure job or not so safe, secure job, you do what your boss says. You get paid by doing what your boss says. When you get out of your job environment, that whole rest of your life, now you become the entrepreneur of your own life, so to speak, right? All the extra stuff. If you're ever going to have all those goals, those big goals, dreams and ambitions, there's no template that someone's telling you how to do, and you just do it and you get rewarded just because you tried, right? You got hired for the job. All that other stuff, now you're the entrepreneur of your life. You only get rewarded if you provide value, And the rest of the world decides if what you've done provides value, not you. All right, so if you're still following me, right? But after all that, after you have a plan in place, after you've figured out something that has value, right? Then it's about you producing. And one thing that I've realized over more and more over the years is that we only have so much time in the course of the day. And I don't think I have to tell you that, right? That's pretty much black and white. There's 24 hours in the day, right? That's a limited resource. It's how we use it. Picking the right jobs. Again, it doesn't matter our good intentions. We got to pick the right job that provides value. And we only have those 24 hours a day to do it, right? So we think about the resource of time. I don't know if I have time. Maybe that's something that you've said to yourself or you've been frustrated with. But after you go through all those little steps, right, and you move forward, one thing that I've realized, especially over the last few years, we only have so much willpower. I mean, the real drive to dig down deep, that is a limited resource. It is not unlimited just because you should be strong and you should be disciplined and you should do it, right? It comes in waves, right? And we got to use that at the right job at the right time. Willpower, focus, right? I mean, we can build that up, but the ability to focus in your genius zone time, that is unlimited resources. So we know time is. Willpower is, regardless of what sometimes we put the pressure on ourselves, we only have so much of that resource. Again, we can build it, but time is a limited resource. Willpower is a limited resource. Focus, we can't focus forever, our best energy doing what we're doing, right? And then energy. One thing, if you have a passion for fitness, one thing at this age where we want more energy to attack life and to deal with problems. I mean, the amount of exercise that we have, the food that we eat, it all affects our energy to take on the day, right? That's a limited resource. So in addition to time, what I've been really coming to realize is that willpower, focus, and energy are limited resources. You got to pick the right job at the right time, whatever you're doing. You can't just work hard and just do everything, right? You're going to be frustrated when things don't come together or as quickly as possible. And that's what I'm really focused on now, is that one thing I pride myself on being a hard worker. I'm really to invest the time and energy, put my hopes and dreams, take the risk of failing. That is something you can take to a higher level too. But there is only so much willpower, focus, and energy. And, that's my thing, is that, you can, like I said, you can work so hard, you can provide value, but if you're not reaching your goals, how you allocate that willpower, focus, and energy is so important. They're not unlimited resources. And I want you to tell me, how does that hit you? Right? I think a lot of people are a lot of times just trying to get the courage to dream. And then just getting the discipline to take enough action. That's only part of the way there. That's a great start. Again, it's how you allocate the rest of those very limited resources going to really determine if you stick it out and go. You're going to think, hey, well, I'm doing the work. I'm spending the time. I took all this time to be courageous and dream. Why isn't it coming together? Well, it's a whole new level if you're really going to make it happen. That I don't think a lot of people think about. So let me acknowledge you here today, and then that's the message, for today. That's something that, man, I tell you, I'm really putting a lot of effort into these days. Is picking the right job at the right time. Good morning, Pete. Good to have you here. Good morning, Al, and good evening, Musashi. Right, good to have you guys here. So that's today's message. I appreciate you being here, doing your check-in, checked off, all right? Now let's go take on the day. If you're a little bit older, we've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. We've got to produce, all right? We've got to crack this code. We've got to go about it with a sense of urgency. Again, we got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Hey, reach out if you ever have any questions. Sign up for my 15 Man-Formation Steps, take you through some of the best life lessons that I've learned in an 18-day journey. One lesson doled out to you at a time. Get email reminders. I want you to go through this journey for 18 days. Sign up. It's absolutely free. I'll put that link down below. and go on that 15-man formation step journey with me if you love what you're hearing on these morning connections, all right? So expect the best from yourself. Expect the best from your efforts. Expect the best from other people today, and have a great day.